On January 18, 2019, at approximately 5:04 p.m., a gasoline pipeline running through the town of Tlahuelilpan in the state of Hidalgo, central Mexico, suddenly ruptured. Authorities later determined that the break was caused by an illegal tap, most likely installed by fuel thieves attempting to siphon gasoline from the line. The puncture created a high-pressure geyser of fuel that shot several feet into the air, forming a large fountain of gasoline that quickly drew attention. As word spread throughout the community, dozens, and eventually possibly hundreds, of local residents rushed to the site. Many arrived carrying buckets, jugs, bottles, and anything else that could hold liquid, hoping to collect the free-flowing gasoline. For some, it seemed like a fortunate opportunity during a time when fuel shortages and rising prices were affecting parts of the country. Videos recorded by onlookers show people laughing, shouting, and filling containers as the fuel rained down onto the field. Security forces, including soldiers and police, arrived not long after the leak began. They attempted to establish a perimeter and keep people at a safe distance, but they were vastly outnumbered by the crowd that had already formed around the ruptured pipeline. Officers reportedly tried warning residents about the danger of the situation, but many ignored the cautions, insisting on collecting as much fuel as they could before the leak was shut off. What started as a chaotic but seemingly harmless gathering took a deadly turn. At around 7:10 p.m., the highly volatile gasoline vapors lingering in the air ignited, setting off a massive explosion that sent a towering fireball into the darkening sky. The flames raced outward across the fuel-soaked ground, engulfing the field and everyone standing near the pipeline. Witnesses described the blast as instantaneous, giving almost no time to react. Early reports from the scene varied wildly as first responders struggled to reach survivors and assess the devastation. Over the following days, the confirmed numbers stabilized. 137 people were killed, making it one of the deadliest pipeline explosions in Mexico's history. Dozens more were critically injured, many suffering severe, life-altering burns, with several victims eventually dying from their injuries in the days after the blast. Multiple videos showing both the moments before the explosion and the horrific aftermath were uploaded to the internet. These recordings captured scenes of people gathering fuel, the blinding flash of the explosion, and the chaotic rescue efforts that followed, providing a tragic, unfiltered look at one of the country's most devastating industrial disasters.
Mira, mira, aguas. Tíralo al piso. Ruédate en el piso.
Ayúdenme, güey.
Revuélcate, güey.
Ayúdenme, güey, me muero, güey.
Revuélcate nada más.
Ayúdenme, güey. ¿Qué pasó? Sí. Una mano, ayúdame.
This next entry features security camera footage from June 18, 2023, at around 6:28 p.m., inside a liquor store in the Plataforma neighborhood of Salvador, Brazil. The footage shows the worker at the register attempting to hide beneath the counter. Seconds later, the reason becomes clear. A man reaches his arm through the service window, and points a revolver directly at him. The two appear to exchange words, but the conversation is inaudible because the camera does not record audio. Additional footage from a second camera positioned across the street provides an exterior view. It captures the moment a white car arrives at the store, revealing that the gunman was accompanied by at least 4 other individuals, 3 who exit the vehicle with him, and another who stays inside, likely serving as the getaway driver. The situation escalates when the robbers begin firing into the store. The worker retrieves a firearm hidden under the counter, returning fire and triggering a shootout before the group retreats to the white car and speeds away. As of the information available from public sources, there is no indication that any of the suspects were arrested, nor are there reports of fatalities or serious injuries linked to the incident. The Nujal, also known as Nagual, is a figure from Mexican urban legend, often described as a witch or sorcerer capable of using dark magic to shapeshift into an animal and walk among humans unnoticed. In the region of Oaxaca, one of the most well-known stories tells of a mysterious man who lived on the outskirts of a village. He was quiet, kept to himself, and was only ever seen at night. Soon, villagers began to notice that livestock were disappearing or turning up mutilated, and large, unidentifiable animal tracks, resembling those of a giant dog or coyote, were found near the animal pens. Suspicious, a group of men decided to keep watch. Just before sunrise, they claimed to see a massive black creature lurking near the animals. When they fired at it, the beast vanished into the darkness. The following morning, the mysterious man was seen limping through town, with a wound in the exact same spot where the creature had been shot. The villagers were convinced he was a Nujal, a shapeshifter bound by both forms, human and beast. Not long after, the man disappeared without a trace, and the attacks stopped. More recently, on September 27, 2024, at around 1:42 a.m., CCTV footage surfaced, showing a dog running down a quiet street. A bark is heard in the background, and moments later, the dog appears to morph into a human-like figure. The eerie transformation was caught on camera, and to this day, the video remains unexplained, leaving viewers disturbed and searching for answers.